Welcome. We are working through the Red Big Ideas Record and Practice Journal. We are now into Chapter 2, and we are working on ordering numbers. And I have a couple examples from the Record and Practice Journal, which all students have to work problems out. And we're going to start with number 7. It says, order the numbers from least to greatest. A couple things here to consider. One, when we're ordering numbers, if we have fractions, we want to make sure we do the top divided by the bottom. Now, students will be able to use calculators on this, and some students will actually know just through experience that if you do 1 divided by 5, you're going to get 0.2. So I'm just going to write the decimal underneath the fraction. This one's going to stay the same. It's still 0.1. Negative half would be 0.5 with a negative sign. Negative 0.25 is going to stay the same. And then we have 0.3. And then we just need to put the numbers in the correct order from least to greatest. Remember, the farther to the left, past 0 on a number line, the smaller the numbers get. So the first one we want to mark down as our smallest number would be negative 0.5. Negative 0.25 would be the next one after that. Then it would be negative 0.1. And I'm sorry, just 0.1, not negative 0.1, and 0.2. And then finally we would end with 0.3. So just make sure when you have a fraction, make sure you do top divided by bottom. And then also if they do have negative signs, we just got to make sure we keep the numbers negative if they are telling us they are negative. One other thing to think about, usually turning them into decimals is the best way. Another way would be to turn them into fractions, but then you got to kind of decide which fractions are smaller or bigger, and decimals would probably be the easier way to figure that out. Then we have number 8, which is right next to number 7. Same thing. We want to take our fractions and do top divided by bottom. So if I'm looking at 5 over 2, if I do top divided by bottom, that's just another way of saying 2.5. If I have negative 7/8, some kids might know if you divide 7 by 8, here you get 0.875. And that would be negative because of our negative signs. And negative 6/5, same thing, top divided by bottom, be 1.2, and that is also negative. Just remember, pay attention to your signs. Then we just have to put them in the correct order from least to greatest. Our smallest number would be negative 1.6. I'm going to put them on top this time, so this one's going to be number 1. Then it looks like we have negative 1.2. So this one would be the second one. And it looks like we have negative 0.875. That would be 3. And then we have 0.9 would be 4. And then finally 5 over 2 would be 5. So once again, this is ordering numbers from least to greatest. And essentially these are all rational numbers. We're dealing with fractions or decimals that repeat or decimals that terminate. So we are not dealing with irrational numbers, which are those decimals that continue without a repeating pattern.